This is the hour-long version, the 5-minute version. So I'll do the hour-long version first, and then 5 minutes.
All the pages.
Before I start, I wanted to have a drink. Get going. Just like
Take a while, this.
What's up? Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, just reiterating some of Chris's words and saying thank you for everyone who's helped make today possible. Chris's parents, obviously Scott and Velda, Tash's parents, Helen, John, and Kevin. Kevin, who's undoubtedly been giving me a load of pressure now, so I'm really worried. That's only just me. And obviously just thanking Chris and Tash for letting me play such a big part in their day today. I think you'll all agree, as Chris said, bridesmaids look amazing, and I think they've only been eclipsed by Tash, who looks absolutely stunning. I hope you've all enjoyed the day. It's definitely been emotional. I think even the cake was in tears. So my name is Jay, and I'm the best man by second choice, I think. Today. He's like in the army, I think, the original best man. It's my duty to give Chris the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of his life. But don't worry, Tash, you'll be receiving the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of your life later on, courtesy of Chris. And for those of you on the bride side who are just getting to know Chris, let me give you a bit of advice. Never let him date a member of your family. When I was asked to be best man, I think the stress and all the pressure started to kick in, and I really am going to be on trial now. Chris said if I do a good job, I can definitely be best man at his next wedding.
That's going really well.
I think I'm doing okay so far though, although I am a little bit disappointed because this is actually the first time Chris has ever paid for my dinner in the 13 years I've known him. So thanks Chris for that. So anyway, I've been researching best man speeches for the best part of probably 4 weeks now, try and kind of guess what to do, what to say, and I came up with sort of 5 unwritten rules when doing a speech, which are as follows. The speech shouldn't be any longer than it takes the groom to make love, so we're already probably running over by don't talk about ex-girlfriends, so I'd probably put one of those down straight away. Don't talk about the bride and groom's sex life, again, probably most of the speech. Don't mention the stag do, obviously what goes on tour stays on tour. You know! Our missus here as well, so I can't forgive you.
Is he any trouble at the statue?
No, it was all fine. No inappropriate jokes. And don't use cheap props to make people laugh. Same state, it's a shit set of rules. So where do I start with Chris, or Chris Patterson, or just Patterson, or Chrissy P, or I think Peter, as he's known, Peter, or just Prick, I think. Chris has actually asked me today not to reveal any skeletons that are in his closet, which surprised me because I thought we'd be more bothered about mentioning the monsters that have been in his bed. But don't worry, obviously I'm not going to mention most of the story because it's going to incriminate myself, because I was involved, and my missus is sitting over there as well. So I'll keep it. So some interesting facts about Chris anyway. As you probably know, when Chris has had a few beers, he talks constant crap. I'm sure you'll see later on. He can't handle his drink. People stay well clear of Chris's parties, and there's a sign of respect they don't invite them all. Chris is the type of person that can brighten up anyone's day by simply saying the words goodbye.
It's really nice. Is he getting there?
Yeah. Chris is also a man of many talents. He's been a womaniser, as you probably know, a pro skateboarder. He's also been a professional footballer as well. Chris actually had trials for Man United. I don't know if many of you know that. Or I think that's what he used to say to unsuspecting women in the pub. He's been a goth, and he's also been a rock star as well. We also sang a Nickelback song at the Queen's Jubilee party, and since then I think they've sued us for ruining their song. I'm sure Scott's got a copy of that somewhere on video. He's been a chav, he's been a criminal. He's been a hairdresser / barber, a chav again, and then finally he's been a chef and a waiter. Chris also has the smallest nipples in the world. I don't know if you've ever seen these, but honestly, they're unbelievable. Like, honestly, can you show?
Chris, just one.
They're probably like the size of Skittles, I think.
I think they've got a Skittle.
5p.
I think, yeah, 5p, yeah, so, you know, honestly, I'll show you at the bar later on, he'll show you, show you some of those. So as you can see, he's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I guess you're all wondering how this sort of friendship began, really, but so I'll give you a bit of an idea of the story. I'll tell you later.
I'm going to tell you.
We've got 5 minutes, so we're okay for time. So, basically, me and Chris met about 13 years ago, I think it was, when our parents moved into the houses that we're in now. And basically, I was in my bedroom, just minding my business, and I saw this kid with like a penis-shaped nose. And I started waving my hands, and this kid started waving back as well. And I was like, oh great, I'm going to make a friend. He opened his window and he was like, oh my name's Chris, oh, my name's Jay, what number did you live at? And he was like, I'll come and call for you tomorrow. And it was all great, we were both waving at each other. And the next day, Chris came and called for me, so we went out and had little scooters at the time. I ended up falling over actually and grazing my knee, to which point Chris actually picked me up off the floor, and I knew at that moment then that was when this beautiful friendship started. Little did I know actually, about a year ago, Chris told me that when 10-year-old me was actually waving out the window, Chris was actually flicking me the V. So that pretty much sums up our friendship, I think. You know, me trying to make friends. Not a lot has probably changed since that day. Chris has continued to pick me up off the floor, probably when I've had a bit too much to drink, I'm sure you'd agree. And a good example of this is probably my 14th birthday. Chris, being a great friend he is, thought it'd be a great idea for me to drink 14 shots of vodka for every year that I've been born. So at 14 years old, he said, oh yeah, honestly mate, it'd be a great idea, you can be one of the lads, you know, go and do it, you know, you'll be my best mate and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, great, you know, I'll do it. So I drank every shot. Being the great friend that he was, you'd think he made sure I got home okay, you know, I wasn't sick. Chris actually walked to my mum and dad's door, pushed me up the door and then ran off. To which I then proceeded to like, throw up over my mum's new cream carpet. I think so I passed out and then actually pissed myself. And you can see, probably scarred. I think I shit myself as well. So as you can see, a great friend there. So since then, Chris has definitely come a long way from drinking white lightning and tennis soup on the park. He's grown into a caring, kind, good-looking, loving, smart. This is So, all jokes aside, the poor man's Brad Pitt, as I like to call him, has finally started to grow, and that's probably mostly due to the work that Tash has done to whip him into shape or beat him into shape. So she's done a really great job. But just just like to finish really on a serious note, just to address a bit of confusion that I think's happening within the group here. I'm sure you all thought that Chris and Tash were going to go to the Philippines or go to, I think, on a spa day for their honeymoon. But it seems that they're actually going to North Wales. I only say this because I overheard Chris saying he was going to Bangor for 2 weeks. I'd just like to finish by saying what a great honour it's been to be Chris's best man today, and I'm glad he finally admitted that I am the better man. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to be upstanding, raise your glasses in a toast for Chris and Tash. We wish them all the best in the future, and may they enjoy a long and happy marriage. To Chris and Tash.